Yep. All right, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to this Bowls SA stream. We're here at Marion Bowling Club for the Women's Country Carnival. And this morning we are streaming and watching the 4's semi-final. I'm joined here with Tony Lucas. Welcome, mate.
Good morning, Isaac. Good to be here.
That's all right. So we'll get straight into it, mate. They've had their roll-up, and we're seeing the first bowls being played now. Would you like to do the honours and read the team out, mate?
Okay, so we have on the mat Ros Franks, Maureen Pisano, Kylie Day and Yvonne Kelly. And then on the other side we've got Linda Werner, Helen Burden, Judy Bell and Michelle Barrett.
Very good. So the second team there being the yellow team, you'll see their stickers, green and yellow. The yellow guys coming over from Kangaroo Island. So all four look like they're from Kingscote. There's the green team, green stickered team, I should say. I think it's 3 from Malala and 1 from Clare, so all Region 8.
And it's a cracking day, Isaac. Steve Dennis has got this green looking absolutely magnificent as usual. And being morning, there's not a lot of wind yet, but I expect that this afternoon there'll probably be some.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a day at Marion without a bit of wind and a few sirens going past. So if you do hear sirens going past, rest assured it's just Marion Road flying. So we do have another 4's semi-final going on at the moment, and 2 singles semi-finals. So we'll just quickly jump into the singles. For those semi-finals, we've got Cindy Thompson from Curramulka up against Janet Tucker from Edithburgh. And the other semi, Sue Rumbelow from Streaky Bay up against Rachel Wolfenden from Victor Harbour. So we'll have another stream today, and it will be the singles final. So we'll try and keep a close eye on those games, see if we can keep you up to date where possible.
One of those singles games, if that scoreboard's right, Isaac, someone's off to a flyer, 6-0 already after 2 ends.
There you go.
It's quite a good crowd here for this early in the morning too, Isaac.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, women's and men's country carnival, it's normally pretty well supported. Plenty of people, men's in particularly, because we have the round robin that follows after. So plenty of them come down and watch some bowls and get a practice in before they start the following day. But yeah, still to have, what we got, probably nearly 30 people here. It is a good effort for 9:30 on a Monday morning. Kylie Day falling a little bit short for her first bowl for the day.
Yeah, early in the game, Isaac. Everyone's just sort of finding their way at the moment. Interesting that we've got nine bowls across the head from this side. It is a bit unusual where the wind's coming from this morning at the moment from Marion, but I'm sure it'll swing around. And yeah, speaking to Steve just a little while ago, there was a little bit of dew on the green this morning, so I expected it to speed up and free up as the day goes on.
Kylie Day's second attempt needs Jack on the way through. Well, not ideal flicking it out. A little bit of an overcorrection. First one falling short. Judy Bell releasing her second bowl for the day here. Track was good, but it's going to fall well short.
Yes, it's certainly, the conditions are absolutely fabulous for today. And yeah, as I said earlier, I think the wind will get up this afternoon when the tide changes, but right now it's pretty well picture perfect conditions for a game of bowls. So good luck to the ladies out there today.
Yvonne Kelly not far away. Gets a bit of jack on the way through, but it's going to sit right next to Team Yellow.
Very good weight on that bowl, gave that a good chance.
So Yvonne, on her way, needs to hold this line all the way to the bowl. Just bending underneath is a good attempt. Had the second shot there, so big fan of that, Tony, just arriving up. Can Michelle Barrett add to the tally for the first end here?
Just overplayed it.
She has. It will be 1 to the yellow team. So we're playing 15 ends here today, Tony.
Yeah, 15 ends is not that long. So you want to get off to a good start. Get yourself in an offensive position early. Oh, and there's our first siren for the day, Isaac. There we go. Very interesting that both teams of 4's in both finals are playing Matt in the same place and Jack rolled at the same place.
Yeah, very good pick up.
Very, very common thing that I see when I watch bowls is the mat generally goes into the same place. Something that I encourage people to, when they're practicing, not to do that. Try and practice on lengths that you're not used to or that you don't like.
Linda's first one. Sliding through. It looks like actually first bowl of Linda's. Ross's first one sliding through, and first one of Linda's actually falling into the ditch. Apologies. Missed it. And an overcorrection and falling 5 or 6 feet short, unfortunately.
Yeah, ladies just finding their way here, Isaac. Probably a little bit of nerves as well. I expect that the bowls will get a bit closer as we get into it.
Yeah, to be important as well, like you said earlier, Tony, there's a bit of dew around this morning. So it's important to stay switched on as that green does get slightly quicker as these ends start to progress through the game.
That's a good bowl.
Yeah, Halliburton nailing the weight on that occasion.
Finding it quite strange, Isaac, being here reasonably early in the morning and there's no wind. It's actually really strange. I can't think of a day I've been here when there's no wind.
I think last time we were here for a stream as well. We were here with the men's country carnival, and it was much the same. It started off the first hour, little to no wind, and then it did, as the morning progressed, did start to pick up, but it was still coming from the uncommon way. So it would come over the commentary box towards the beach.
So it's coming from the hills from the east, which is unusual for Marion because it's generally coming from the southwest from Glenelg and howling down Sturt Road with the sirens. So, yeah, look, it's a great place to play, Marion, if you can find the weight. The weight is the big one here.
That's it. So Maureen on the backhand, can she find the weight? The first one was quick. Second one looks better. Still just pulling up a touch short. Alright, so Kylie Day on the forehand. I don't think we've seen her on the forehand this way yet.
Yeah, that side, yeah, there certainly hasn't been many bowls out there. It's quite strange that the little bit of wind that here is fluking around a little bit, but there's really not better conditions to be playing today.
Can this one find its way through? It can.
Good shot.
Yeah, it gets a bit of jack on the way. It's probably 2 shots now to the team in yellow from Kangaroo Island.
And hid the jack a little bit too, which is something that it's made it a bit harder for the opposition.
It looks like we're going to try and draw it off on the forehand here. It's going to need a sneak around the front orange. Well, it's 3 bowls back there, Tony, all in a nice pack. If the pink one, the dark one, and the red and blue one, you wouldn't mind seeing a bit of weight on the backhand from Malala.
Yeah, it's a tough one from this angle. Looks like there's enough room to go through there, so we'll see. Yvonne does play an aggressive style.
Just think it's a tough one to draw on the forehand. I think you really have to just be around that orange, sort of 4 or 5 feet short and sticking out. If you run into it, you're going to be 3 down. See what Michelle Barrett does with her first. It may change things.
Yeah, she's going forehand, so she's obviously made the decision to try and draw a shot or get second. Hasn't really given that a chance, unfortunately.
Hasn't it? Might block up that. It probably will. It will block up the potential to play weight through there. So we're on the backhand. Looks to be a little overdraw.
Don't forget she's a left-hander, Isaac. And she's got second wood out of that. See Joan Pross is over there hiding in the shade up there, mate. She does a lot of good work.
Absolutely. One of our officials for today. All right. Has opened up a little hole to see if he can sneak through for some jack. Doesn't want to edge her white bowl and flick it out and get nothing else. She will be 3 down. So it does come with a little bit of risk.
Yes.
Well, it's on its way. It's got some speed. It's going to miss well tight. Wow.
Wow. Back cut.
Yeah, back cut. One of the Kingscote bowls in. It will be 2 shots to them, which takes them out to a 3-0 lead. So the ladies played for the 4's. They played sectional on Monday last week, I believe. And they played knockouts on Thursday. So there was a bit of rain around on Monday. So you had to rejig the schedule just a little bit to finish some of those sectional games. Knockout on Thursday, and then they were into the finals today.
Yeah, I mean, there's been a bit of wet weather around Isaac, but I think the weather generally for this week, for this tournament's been pretty good. The ladies have been really lucky, I reckon.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Has been actually very good. It's just that Monday where there was a bit of rain around, and did change a few things. Nonetheless, we are here with the semi-final. Speed was good then from Linda. Ross has thrown it out. Speed looks all right. First speed is the same here, Tony. She can't be... First speed is the same here, Tony. She can't be far away.
Yeah, you can actually see before our very eyes the green's already starting to free up. And I expect this afternoon that will be a really wide draw on that side. It's always a bit weird here at Marion. You play the backhand towards Sturt Road when the wind's coming from Glenelg, and it always seems to turn well right against it.
Very true. If the speed, similar story here. Speed is good. She can't be far away.
Yeah, that's a good shot. Brilliant.
Well played, Ross Franks, holding the shot.
See, there's a team from Munter in the other semi-final, Isaac. I had the absolute pleasure of playing in the Ian Hatcher tournament last weekend. Very well-run tournament up there at Munter, and yeah, great weekend had by all, as always.
Very nice, mate. And not happening to bring that up because you happen to win a day, or
no,
just...
no, not at all. It's just a really good tournament, and we got to thank Mr. Barnes for his beautiful garfish on the Saturday. It's fantastic. The food's always good and company's always good. And yeah, I worked at that the other day. I've been going up there now 12 years straight and not had a bad weekend at all. It's always been very enjoyable.
Brilliant. So Marine, commentary box side. It's going to need a hurry. Well, crashes on her front. It may have made two. Judy on the backhand, looking just to arrive up. Unfortunately short.
And interesting, Isaac, that the length is exactly the same as what it was when we were going back the other way.
Yeah,
on both rings.
Good point. Identical, nearly.
Yeah.
Matt in identical spot.
Yeah.
Alright. Can Judy Bell correct on her first attempt? Yeah, well, better than her first. Another bowl in the general vicinity. Probably a touch disappointed that she was probably still at least a bowl tight. You'd think they didn't quite give herself a chance.
Good bowl coming in here from Kylie. Good shot.
Brilliant. A little bit of jack on the way through. Still probably only two. Bit of jack movement there, and the other yellow bowl of Linda's sitting out there. So it's still probably just the two shots, but a pretty good opportunity on the forehand or the left side of our screen. The green team just get a little toucher, sit that white bowl. The pressure's on for Michelle. Hasn't had it thus far.
She looks like she's going to go backhand here and try and navigate that, so don't mind that. Just skirt the front. Weight was very good for it.
Not far away here, Tony. Well, got a little bit of jack. May have been enough to make three.
Made it a fair bit more difficult too for Michelle here. That's what I like to see, mate. Lots of jack movement. Jack off the line.
Yeah, so Michelle probably forced to change hands here. Looking to draw on the forehand. Wasn't much happening on the backhand. Pulled this one tight. Not enough weight to do any damage through the front. Another little toucher here. Very, very little toucher. Is good for the green team, but it looks like we're going to change hands. Maybe a safer draw on this side of the green.
And these are the ones as a skipper that you love to get. When you've got a free hit, try and draw one. Unfortunately, she's just overplayed that.
They pulled 2 bowls out already, measuring for the third.
Good camera shot there. Excellent camera shot. And we're all square, Isaac.
We are, one end to the green team. Takes them to 3-all after 3 ends. Got a little bit of mat movement here, Tony. It's come up, well, maybe 1.5 meters, 2 metres.
Yeah, but the jack's been rolled the same length, Isaac, so...
It has. Yep. Deeper jack roll here, but the mat's come up a little bit, so similar length to what they've played.
Yeah, at the end of the day, you've got to play the length that you're confident that your teammates can get you lots of bowls around the head. And it just seems to be this morning that we're playing standard, what I call the standard length, right in the middle of the green.
Real comfortable medium, isn't it?
Comfortable medium, yep. I encourage anyone that's when you're practicing, just put the mat in places and jack in places that just aren't common to you.
So Ross getting them off to a pretty good start. Linda on her way. Touch quick. She might even struggle to stay on. No, she's all good.
It's your typical Steve Dennis green, mate. It's nice and thick at the ends and play with a little bit of confidence towards the ditch.
Very nice. So can Ross... Played it pretty well. Hit it pretty well. A little bit unconventional technique. But her line actually has been all right so far. Just the weight she struggled with in this game. 3 ends in. Maureen on the backhand as well. Just going to run out of steam by the looks. Generally speaking, Tony, the line of everyone hasn't been too bad so far. It's probably more so been the speed that's letting them down.
Yeah, it appears that way, and I gather most of these ladies played out at Salisbury on something that was a fair bit quicker. And with that little bit of dew this morning, just struggling with the weight a little bit. But as we said earlier, I expect this green will be going very well once it dries out a little bit more.
Maureen, different track, speed looks better. Great shot.
Good shot.
Sure, Helen's eyes have lit up there though. She's got her first bowl just past. A little toucher or sit one of those bowls will be very, very good. Different track. Speed was good. A change of hand here for the green. I think just trying to roll the pink, Tony, or get to that light blue bowl.
Yeah, I think that the call was made to turn the pink and get to the blue. I think that's right. But we've just underplayed that a little bit.
Yeah, maybe cause an element nuisance here to the Kingscote team. Probably on the most ideal line for a draw. Do have that blue bowl back, so can afford to reach up. Very important for Kylie to make this look different, I think. Couple bowls back now for Kingscote. She needs to sneak inside this orange. Well, hasn't done so. Flicked it closer to the jack. But a great opportunity nonetheless now. Judy Bell on the backhand. Can she draw a toucher? Would make it very difficult for Yvonne to get her way out of this one if she does. It's not far away.
She's played a cracker here. Good, change the look of it. Very good.
Yeah, very well played. Getting a bit of the bowl. Should be one now. Maybe even two. Maybe even two.
I like the look of those two orange ones, mate, I reckon.
All right, so Yvonne, I think just looking to draw on her forehand. She's got a bit of speed actually here, Tony. She's going to need to sit something.
Just as we speak, Isaac, the flags have started standing up and they've gone around down Sturt Road. So conditions have changed a little bit quicker than I thought they were going to. So the line is going to change very quickly now. Checked the weather this morning. It wasn't supposed to happen until about 12 o'clock, but it's early. It's time to pull up the anchor and come on in, mate.
Michelle, rather quick there getting back. It's probably not a bad decision. It was 3-1 at the back. Like you said earlier, Tony, I'm not afraid to play with weight. She's changed hands here. Still got a bit of speed. Needs the green to sit. It hasn't done so, so it looks to be definitely two without any question. Which will put Michelle Barrett just on the draw. Interesting how she plays the wind for the first time.
Yes.
Probably the first player to play the wind for the day. Track looks pretty good. It's probably going to do enough. Oh, just backflopped.
All right, so the 3 going the other way has just been given back, unfortunately.
So the backflop not a problem in the end.
No.
Which takes them out to 6.
So this will be interesting now. The people at home, the backhand going away from the club towards Sturt Road is going to be a little bit of fun now. Interesting to see who adjusts the quickest. And that went back, Isaac, but the jack went pretty well to the same spot.
So Linda testing the waters here. Wind up a little bit. Mine's actually pretty good. It's yeah, the speed definitely letting her down. Like you said, Tony, that backhand away from the club, so that the path they're taking right at this moment, like you said, it does still turn pretty well.
Yeah, especially when the jack's up a little bit further than where it is right now. It gets in behind that hedge, and the wind doesn't affect the bowl that much. So it's always interesting here that you feel like you're bowling wider than you actually need to, but that's actually the correct line.
There you go. So can Linda add 6 feet?
There's always that subconscious feeling. You feel the breeze and you think, I'm just going to give it a bit more. And you generally take a little while to adjust to the speed because the speed doesn't change that much. That's why we're seeing these bowls now going up past.
Yeah, Ross sliding through again on her second attempt.
Here we go, the first bowl out onto the wide side.
Still pretty, wind's still pretty mediocre, I guess, at this stage, Tony, compared to what it can be at Marion. So it probably will have pretty small effects on the bowls at this stage, would you say?
Yeah, it's early days. The howling gale's definitely coming though. You know about that playing at West Lakes, mate? It's always windy at West Lakes.
Never heard of it. So Maureen here on that forehand. Starting to turn just a little bit more.
It's actually just cooled off a fair bit too, hasn't it, Isaac?
It has, definitely.
Unless you've crossed your arm, so it must be cool if you're doing it. There's a good shot. Yeah, the line is generally good on all those bowls. Anyone at home, I challenge yourself when you're practicing to put a couple of tennis balls alongside the number, about a mat width on either side of it, and try and practice that your balls don't go outside of that. And challenge yourself to kick your balls into the channel.
Maureen with a great correction on her first attempt. Just adding 4 feet. I think you can definitely see from this end, Tony, we'll see a lot of chat about the wind, but you just see that last foot or 2 feet of the bowl in motion as it's starting to take a pretty good arc for that little bit of time, a little bit of path.
Oh, look, the conditions are fabulous, and for Marion, the breeze isn't huge, but it's enough to make you think about it a little bit more than what it was when we first got here.
There you go. Proof. Judy Bell. Can she hang on? Far away. Should be third shot.
So for the people that are interested, so on this rink we're looking at live stream 6-3 obviously. The other semi-final, it's 3-2 after 4 ends in favour of the Sharon Kavanagh rink. And in the singles, it's 6-9. I can't quite see who's there, and 7-15 on the other one, but I'll try and find out who's on what side in a minute.
So Michelle trying to draw it off on the forehand. It's not having the speed. The track was brilliant. Probably the most adventurous in terms of line that we've seen so far as well. Yvonne arriving. Got a bit of the front. Not going to change the situation. So Judy Bell just indicating they still do have shot. So Kingscote, team in yellow.
Yeah, that bowl that's just got a little ride up to the front there has made it a little bit awkward to get in there now. Michelle's a bit concerned about turning it in, so she's going the other side. That'll be a good call.
Well, I was going to say there's a sneaky chance here, Tony, just to sit this light blue bowl out and flicking that one of Kylie Day's in is probably not going to help if Yvonne can sit this blue bowl out.
Looks like she's under the line a fair bit here. One to the Kingscote ladies.
So they extend their lead just a little bit further, now out to 7 after 5 ends. Linda's she had a few loose ones, Tony, but she'd probably had the lead match up so far.
Yeah, she's generally got there first by what I'm seeing. I actually think we're a little bit longer this time. Isn't it strange how it appears from where we're sitting that the semi-final teams are both playing the same length?
True.
If you look again now, the mats have gone back a bit, but they both did it at the same time. Good speed on this bolt coming in. That's a good shot. That's a brilliant leader's bolt.
Probably the best bowl we've seen so far today, Tony.
Yeah.
I think that singles semi had a question on just before. Tony, I believe it's Rachel Wolfenden now out to a 10-6 lead.
15-8 down the end, but I'm not sure he's on that side either.
That is Janet Tucker up over Cindy Thompson, 15-8.
After, doesn't matter, does it? No.
First to 21 for the singles. They do play first to 18 though in the sectional. Just in the interest of getting the games complete and a knockout normally. So 4 games in a day, where the singles does play just slightly shorter, first to 18. Linda not far away again.
2 very, very good bowls. Very good weight in both of those. And there's our third siren for the day. Yeah, and it's always good when your lead's doing that. You're putting your rink into in an offensive position, and the people behind you will generally just relax a little bit. So you just have to capitalise on that when your leader's doing this. This is a good response. Yeah, very good leaders bowls there. All usable.
Definitely, yep. Best head we've had so far. 4 bowls being played. Track looks pretty good. It's going to come down to speed.
Another very good bowl.
Yeah, well played.
Yep.
Helen Burden.
Yvonne's called to try and change something here. A little bit more of an aggressive weight.
Yeah, very aggressive line too. Needs contact. Got like contact. Her bowl will go out of bounds, but it does definitely change the look of things. Maybe a little bit more enticing now to play a bit of weight up the front.
And for those people that have known my philosophy on the game, I'm a great one for trying to play the shot before the opposition do. There's nothing wrong with playing a different style, but I'm a great advocate for doing something that the opposition want to. So right now, Michelle's made the call that she's going to try and protect what she's got, which is fine.
Not quite sure if we completely picked that up on the microphone of the cameras, but change of hand here, just looking to arrive on the pink bowls up the front, turn them in, which is maybe a little bit interesting after the first one being a runner from the second. Almost looks a little bit more enticing to play the runner now.
Michelle's made a good call there. She's trying to change the look of that. So Yvonne showed her hand by asking for the pink to be turned in. So there's nothing wrong with turning the blue or just touching the white and getting in there as well.
Yeah, track's all right here.
That's a good shot. That's the next best result.
Absolutely, yeah, brilliant home.
So even though it didn't get changed, it's gone to a really good position. So we had 3 chances there. We draw another one, we change the head, or we finish just in behind, and that was the next best. So he played that well, but we're trying to turn this pink one into the head. Played it quite well. This is a good shot here. A very good shot. Really good. Change the look of it. And that's pretty well forced Yvonne to play some sort of weight into this now. What are you playing here, Isaac?
Definitely be arriving on the backhand, I'd suggest. I mean, you can arrive on the forehand too if you wanted, and try and make it off the orange back in. But yeah, the backhand probably makes the most sense. Probably, I think they're holding second shot anyway with that pink. So if you if you do sneak through without the pink or the orange on the way through, and just get the white, happy days. The only thing I think that they may be considering here, Tony, is they don't really have anything past. It's sort of 2 to 1, and the 1 is really probably questionable. It's really jack high.
So the call's been made for backhand with a yard by the looks of it.
Needs to hang on.
Played it pretty well.
Yeah, a little bit of pink. It locks into the head. Definitely interesting now what Yvonne Kelly does decide to play. As we see on this screen here, 3 or 4 foot toucher, and she doesn't go with it. She's probably down 2 or 3, and is that maybe enticing for Michelle to try and play it first? I don't think there is really too much risk for Michelle to try and play that one first.
She's going to come down on the forehand, so see what sort of weight she plays here.
Track looks good for the draw.
It's a very good weighted bowl, that one.
Just punching the white through, really increasing that 4 foot toucher there for Kingscote crew. Yvonne following down, got a bit more speed. Well, that's the only problem with playing that kind of speed, is that big hole on the outside of the jack. Her bowl did stay up though, which does definitely help the cause. Probably 3 or 4 to 1 now, or prior to that, I should say. Now I've got the furthest back. Michelle on a good track again.
Yeah, good speed on both of those. It's
Yeah.
very enticing for Yvonne right now.
It is enticing. She just doesn't want the jack to lock in that group of 4 bowls. So not much mucking around from Yvonne on the mat though.
No.
More or less a second, and the bowl's delivered. Can she hang on for the white?
She's played brilliant shot.
What a shot.
Brilliant. Brilliant shot.
Absolute bomb there from Yvonne Kelly. They pulled 2 bowls out. 2 shots it is, so it takes them to 5.
That was a really good conversion.
Interesting though that speed she played was probably the most risky for that group of 4 bowls that ended up accumulating there.
Yeah, that could have gone a little bit messy, but she's played it perfectly in the end. So got it on the scorecard. Doesn't matter how you did it. So no, well done.
That's it. So trailing by 2 shots now. The team from Malala 7-5 after 6 ends.
So the scores on the other inks. Anyone that's interested, we've got the other semi-final on the 4's. It's 4-6. The Moonta team on 4. Janet Tucker looks like she's 18-9, I think. Is that right, Isaac? Be in there? Is it 18? Is that right?
Yes.
And
yep.
9-10 on the other semi-final of the singles in favour of Rachel Wolfenden.
Linda just sliding through there, trying to correct and maybe just overcorrecting a touch.
So apart from the singles game up the end, Isaac, they're all very tight games right across, which you'd expect at this end of the tournament. Ladies are struggling coming back towards Sturt Road, mate. The end before, we had a really good line and weight on most bowls from each player, but we're just battling a little bit coming back towards Sturt Road. Plenty of room to draw here. And that was a little bit of a fortunate result. Got the nose on the jack on the way through. It's good when the jack gets in the way, Isaac.
Yep, nothing like it. Kylie Day drawn to this wide jack.
Yeah, I think the ladies are just feeling the breeze and just overplaying. Yeah, it just appears everyone's struggling coming back towards the main road. Good speed on this one.
Yeah, looks like it should be the shot. Good effort there from Judy Bell. Kylie Day just needs to adjust the speed on her first attempt. Changed the line.
Definitely shot now, that orange one. And the lady's just getting caught, not getting them out wide enough. That's one of the traps here. It's not a trap, it's just one of the things you have to remember here at Marion, that you just have to chuck it out and let it come back. Because once it gets up this quarter, there's no breeze, so your bowls always turn against it.
Judy's second attempt just sliding through. Maybe just an inch outside of counting.
It's a big commitment for these ladies to come and play in this event, Isaac. I was talking to one of the teams. They left home at 6 o'clock this morning to be here. Yeah, it's a credit to all the players that come over for the country events.
Absolutely, mate. I think, like you said, yeah, some of them drove in this morning, a couple of hours in the car. Got Sue Rumbelow in the singles coming from Streaky Bay.
Wow.
Of course, 4 of the ladies on our screen coming from Kangaroo Island.
Yeah, it's a huge commitment. Huge, and it's a credit to them. I get tired driving up to my holiday home, mate. It's only a 2-hour drive.
So Michelle, can she outdraw?
Very good shot here. Yeah, brilliant. Brilliant shot. I've watched Michelle a fair bit over the last couple of years when she's played in the round robin, and yeah, she's a very steady player. I'm not sure if it was this year or last year. I saw her playing 3-2 Renata Callisto, and they're a really good combination.
Yvonne Kelly needs to outdraw this. 2 down.
She's played a goodie.
It looks like she has, Michelle. Still 1 bowl to come.
A little touch on the Jackie is going to be lots.
Interest from Judy early.
Little touch on it here. She's played 2 crackers here, Isaac. That's brilliant. Really good bowls.
Awesome. Great bowls from the skips too. Nothing like a 4-bowl draw off. I pulled one out for sure.
I've got a feeling it might be 2 here, mate. Just an update while we're waiting. The other semi-final is now 5-6 after 7. Rachel Wolfenden's 13-10, and Janet Tucker is 19-10.
I'm going to get an umpire out to have a quick look at this one, which will be Joan Prosser. Channel 7 just arrived to get in on a bit of this action. So Joan just chopping the bowls there, making sure neither of them will fall over. in the process of getting this measure complete. There you go. So it looks like it's a dead rubber for those two bowls. So it will be just the one shot to the Kingscote crew, which will take them to 8 shots. Played 7 ends, 15 ends for this 4's semi-final for the Women's Country Carnival. We played 3 sectional games Monday, 2, I believe it was 2, I should actually fact check that. 2 knockouts on Thursday. And here we are at the semi-final today with the final to follow. We'll have the singles semi-finals obviously occurring at this stage. We'll bring you the singles final just after lunch, so it'll be around 12:30. So if you are around the place, around Marion, be sure to drop in. Got the pairs also to follow this afternoon. Definitely the wrong team does have the mat, I'm pretty sure. They all seem to be far too confused at what is going on.
Yes. Yes. So the measure went to the Kingscote team.
So that, well, they pulled the first one of Michelle's out, and then they were measuring for the second, which was a dead heat.
Right. Okay.
Okay. Righto. So
all right, we've
the wrong team's rolled the jack, but the first team's going to play the first bowl.
Yeah, okay. Well, not much more to be said about that.
At least they haven't been playing anything different. They've played the same length for most of the game.
Let's just say they're playing in good spirit, was it?
Yes, definitely.
So we had a dead heat for the second, did we?
We did. It was not questioning that Joan used the wrong utensils here, but she did have the trammel out and decided to just opt for the string measure. It was interesting to see.
Don't get many dead heats, was it?
No, agree. So Linda, can she correct on the first attempt? Not far away. Well played.
Yeah, that's a really good correction. That's a good reply. A good correction as well. So what's coming up after Country Carnival, mate? We've got Prestige Medley coming up.
Yes, correct. This weekend coming, Prestige Medley, Saturday, Sunday, men at Modbury, women at Playford.
Yes, I'm hoping to head out on Sunday to have a little bit of a look. Great facility out there at Playford. Really, really nice how they've done that out there.
Yes. Yep, completely agree. We were out there last weekend with the Multi-Disability Championships, Para Singles and ID Singles. They did a fantastic job. Following Prestige Medley, we've got State Finals week, which will kick off straight after Anzac Day. So Anzac Day being Thursday. Singles, I believe, the first event for that week, which will be played on Friday. All played at Ascot Park. So Friday to Friday. Ascot Park, the destination, the venue to be next week. We'll be bringing you some streaming content throughout.
Yeah, I'll probably get down there for a little bit of a look as well. If the fishing weather isn't good, I might head down there. And then we're starting to lead into state trials. I know that for us, the state ladies, we're having a trial on the 4th and 5th of May, and starting to look towards heading away for the Nationals. Looking forward to the challenge as always.
As expected, off to Tweed Heads, I believe, and Broadbeach this year. Will be a good venture out there for all the teams and players who do get selected.
Yeah, Tweed Heads is an impressive place, as is Broadbeach, but Tweed Heads is another level. Been fortunate enough to have a roll on the indoor there a few times when I've been up there for the Australian Open, and it's a really nice place to visit. I remember vividly one year I went up there, I had a ride in the car with Barry Delbridge on the way, and yeah, that was exciting.
So we do still have, like you mentioned, Tony, Australian Indoor, we played the finals at Tweed Head, so we do still have a couple of qualifiers in May. If you do want to get your name in, you want to be getting it in ASAP. Kylie Day with 2 crackers.
Yeah, so, you know, the pennant season's come to an end, but, you know, there's still plenty going on in the bowls world.
Over 60s week as well, Tony. I'm sure you can't be too far away off entering the team.
It's funny you say that, Isaac. I got asked 3 years ago why I don't play over 60s. Well, there's a very good reason for that.
Not eligible.
I might look it, but I'm certainly not that age yet. But trust me, I am getting closer. You are correct.
So we're looking forward to that. Entries are up in for that competition, which is brilliant to see. Mixed pairs, men's pairs and women's pairs. We'll play that over a week across the Adelaide metro area. Michelle Barrett currently 2 shots down. Oh, very good effort. Unfortunately, he's got a bit of the front bowl onto the jack, and it looks to be 3 shots now.
Yeah, big chance for Yvonne here. Ooh, just under. Well, a bit of pressure for Michelle here because she doesn't get one in here. I think that Yvonne's going to be drawing for 4.
Can't afford just to reach up. She's got those 2 orange bowls, I should say. Judy Bell's 3 and 4 feet past, so no danger in just arriving. Sit any of the bowls. Jack movement has arrived. Well played. 1, maybe 2. Definitely takes the danger away. Yvonne Kelly just arriving up and drawing for 4th, like you suggested, Tony.
Let's see if I'm looking at the right coloured stickers, Isaac.
Yvonne just searching and stuck a little wide there.
I think the 1 in the end. Well, in the end.
That's it. Ticks their scoreboard along to 6. Kingscote 8. 8 ends played. Which takes us halfway, Tony.
Yeah, very, very tight game. And in the other rinks, we're 6-all in the other 4's semi-final. Janet Tucker is 21-12. And I can't quite see the other single at the moment. We'll wait till the lady moves away from the board and I'll be able to give you that score. Rachel Wolfenden 14 and 14-13, so it's very close there as well. So Janet Tucker's is through. Very good win down that end there.
We're looking forward to bringing that singles final to the stream this afternoon. It should be on around 12:30, maybe just before, maybe just after, depending how this game goes.
And that wind's just starting to get up, Isaac. I checked the old willy weather this morning, about 12ish. It said it was coming in, but it's certainly nothing like it normally is here at Marion.
I'm glad we're streaming this morning and first game this afternoon, and not around 3:30, 4 o'clock when it's at full strength. Might have to hang on to all 4 legs of this marquee and make sure we don't fly away.
Yeah. We certainly don't want to be putting any dents in this beautiful green that Steve Dennis has prepared.
Linda looking to correct. It's still going to be tight and short, unfortunately. Halfway, Tony. I think Linda, although maybe not on this occasion as such, but she's probably still been the winner of that match-up in the leads.
Yeah, I agree with that. She's been quite steady, especially coming down, Breeze. A bit like all the players, it's just been a little bit tougher for them coming back towards Dirt Road, but yeah, good tight tussle up the front there.
And the second has been pretty close, I'd say, as well. It'd be hard. I probably couldn't quite pick a winner.
No, very hard to split those two.
And the thirds and the skips, I think Kingscote's probably had the rub there. Been just that little bit better than oppositions in Kylie Day and Yvonne Kelly.
You just had a few more bowls in the head. As I say a lot, the more bowls in the head, the luckier you get. And that seems to be just the better drawing team at the moment. But long way to go. And a tight game like this, someone gets a number, you just never know. That might be enough.
That's it. I think you said a number, and there's been a few opportunities to get them. They just haven't quite been able to pull it off or quite get the job done on those occasions. So it'll be interesting if that does occur, especially towards those last few ends of this game, if that does throw the scorecard around the other way.
Yeah, those opportunities for a number don't come around very often, and you just got to be aware that when it is there, that you take the opportunity and try and get it. Sometimes you play it and you go the one down, you go, well, we were holding, but if there's a chance for any more than that, well, you've got to go for it.
Kylie Day on the forehand. Typically the wider side here at Marion. Just needs to cease. Does so on the back.
Just navigate through here. It's a good attempt. So the score's going again. We're 14 all in the other semi-final of the singles. We are obviously 8-6 here, and it's 8-6 on the other rink as well. So very, very tight.
Judy Bell, unfortunately, just overcorrecting there and falling pretty short. Still going to be 3 shots to the green sticker team, but plenty of room for Michelle Barrett to draw in. We've seen it already today. It's definitely not an area of concern in her game.
No, she's very steady and doesn't appear to get too flustered.
Yvonne Kelly not far away, doesn't want to move the jack too far.
Well, that's interesting, isn't it? No.
It is. It's 3-3, but it does make the dead draw for Michelle Barrett a lot harder. As you see, there's only 5 or 6 mil between the jack and the shot bowl.
Yes, tough here, tough shot.
Sounded like the call was just to try and navigate through those bowls, but we saw on that previous screen it's going to be tough to do.
Yeah, absolutely was always going to get something there. Yeah, Yvonne a little bit fortunate with her first bowl, but moving the jack always changes things. Always try and make it harder for your opposition if you can.
Like crashing on a front bowl and sitting right in the way.
Yes, so Michelle's really in a bad spot right here. Really, oh, she's got to navigate lots of short bowls. So probably a good idea to have a look at this. Give the scratch of the head there, Isaac.
Yeah, I wonder if we can just get a zoom out of behind the head camera. Might have a really good look at how this head looks and what it looks like to the players. If we can just zoom out a little bit further. So there's a lot of stuff up front.
It's tough either way. There's a hole coming in on the backhand, which is a really difficult shot, and on the forehand, well, good luck. So interesting to see what she decides here.
I guess the positive on the forehand, Tony, being that orange bowl is theirs, so that there is potential that if you sort of push that up, or if you are underneath, you're going to be in a very, very good area to do something.
Well, she's made the call on the forehand, so she's obviously seen the hole that we're looking at.
Speed's arriving.
And unfortunately got the bowl that was right on the line in the front.
It was that last bowl of Yvonne Kelly, so 3 shots to the team with the green stickers, which takes them to 9, which will see them actually hit the lead for the first time today.
Yep. Yeah, sometimes just moving that jack just a little bit is just enough to make it really difficult for your opposition, and that's exactly what happened there.
Maybe one of the shorter length ends that we've seen so far as well today, Tony.
Not by much, Isaac.
So Ross Frank's getting us underway for end number 10. Track's very good.
Yeah, sitting here watching side on, this green is just so flat and true. It's a credit to the greenkeeper here, Mr. Dennis.
Ross Franks needs to add the weight, has done so, but maybe overcooked it.
Okay. So Linda's been very good at correcting these. Her second bowl has been pretty good all day. That one looks a little bit quick, Isaac. Right, now, both of the leads have struggled here, so it seems to be one of those games. Whoever's getting there first seems to be getting the end, Isaac. The wind's starting to whistle in my ears, Isaac.
Yeah. A bit cold in the shade, actually.
Yeah, you might notice I've got one leg in the sun here. Yeah, that's a good shot.
Yeah, well played, Maureen.
And the crowd's building here, Isaac. There should be a good crowd here this afternoon for the finals.
Agree, it is actually a pretty good turnout. Probably up 30 plus, and there's quite a few inside as well. You can just see just through the windows of Marion. Maureen looking pretty similar to her first attempt. Better, in fact.
Two very good bowls.
Getting a little bit of jack. Very, very well played.
Yeah, the Malala ladies are just making a little bit of a push here. Bit of an ebb and a flow. They're definitely on the front foot at the moment. Just starting to hold him out, Isaac, on that forehand coming back towards the club.
Yeah, that one did struggle to get back in the end. The speed was pretty good then from Kylie Date. Judy Bell just needs something in the general area. She's got a bit of speed, needs a turn. Well, she gets a little bit of the front and a bit of the back, opens it up. Jack now visible, and her bowl ends up in a very, very good spot. One shot down.
Yeah, interesting that we've gone to the other hand now. Just something that I encourage, that if you've played a bowl on one side, try and get your players to stay on the same side so they can make their correction. That was an interesting call to go to the other hand. But it's something I encourage, unless you really have to, try and correct with your second bowl on the same hand.
Judy Bell, can she turn enough to the jack? Speed was immaculate.
So the Malala ladies in the box seat here at the moment. Plenty of room though for Michelle.
So it looks like Yvonne's going to play that same sort of shot she called Kylie on. Opposite end of the commentating box. Oh, running into that short bowl. Great opportunity for Michelle here.
Yeah, that's interesting by Yvonne to go the other hand and leave the jack sit in there for her.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
So it's a really good opportunity for Michelle here.
Can she hang on to the bowl?
She's played a bomb.
Brilliant.
And that's where I encourage my girls to actually play that shot. And if you go the one down, all bad luck. But, yeah, it's tough for Yvonne here now.
It is. And if Yvonne, like you said, Tony, if Yvonne had played that shot, Michelle is really under the pump. So Yvonne flying through.
Right, so Michelle has got a good free hit here. She's got a good 3 feet for a 2 here. This is a good chance to get back in front, Isaac. Big opportunity. Ooh. Played it well. Yep, well done. Well, they've hit the front.
That's it. So 2 shots to Kingscote. Lost the last 2 ends in a row. Takes them to 10. And taking back the lead. 10 ends complete here. 15 ends, so 5 to go.
Okay, so in the other semi-final, after 11, it's Moonta Ladies 7 to 12 for the opposition, and Rachel Wolfenden is 18-15. And the other semi-final in the singles is complete at 21-12. Going down to the wire in probably both games by the looks of it. Actually, all 3 that are still going, Isaac.
Absolutely. It's what we want to see at the pointy end of these finals and stream games. And, of course, after a big week of bowls for all of these ladies, most of them playing 4's, pairs and singles.
Yeah, that second bowl from Linda has been very good again.
Ross just crashing on Linda's first one. Probably didn't really have the speed anyway.
Yeah, it's just interesting that all the players seem to be struggling coming away from the club and pretty good going towards it. Seems to be a bit of a common thing so far in this game.
Potentially, like you said earlier, Tony, just the way that the wind does come here at Marion, it's just a little bit in your face, going the way that they're going currently, potentially playing a little bit of an impact as opposed to going towards the club. When your mat's a little bit deeper towards the tee, it's a little bit, definitely not in your face and maybe a little bit covered by the hedge, so could be playing a factor. Marine on the forehand. Speed was pretty good in the end, probably just really got stuck quite wide. A little too adventurous this time of day.
Getting down to the business end now. Rachel Wolfen's on the springboard. She's hit 19, so 19-15. 7-12 in the other semi-final of the 4's. And 10-9 on this one, so exciting finish coming up. Nibel's sliding past there. It's pretty good home. They had nothing past the jack, so that could be a nice little bit of insurance for them. Currently holding the shot. Yep, hi Chris, in answer to your question, it's Rumbelows 12, the Moonta Ladies 7, playing the 12th end. In the middle. My apologies, Chris. I'm looking at the wrong board. Sue's 15-19 down.
Barrett on her way on the backhand. Needs to be inside that bowl. Is not, but it's going to be in a good spot again.
So in that other single semi-final, it looks like Rachel Wolfenden is holding 4 with one bowl to come, so it's going to be a big one here. And that looks like game over there, so congratulations to Rachel, who's won her semi-final.
So Yvonne looking to arrive. She's on a pretty aggressive line, needs to hold on. Doesn't do so. Kingscote will collect one shot, takes them to 11. Yvonne Kelly and crew still on 9. 11 ends played. Which means just 4 ends to go. The other 4 semi-finals still, well, actually, they're just sneaking out. Wallaroo / Etsa now out to 15. The Moonta ladies on 7. Just starting, well, actually, it's the top left of your screen even. So they've played 12 ends. They're just ahead of us on this rink. And they started just a touch earlier. So Linda getting N12 underway. Probably one of the longer ends we've seen so far, Tony.
All right, let's see if Linda does it again. She's missed with her first one, but her second one's been really good the whole game.
Track looks all right. It's going to come down to speed.
And there, she's done it again. Well played. Very good.
Ross didn't really need to do too much correcting on her first attempt. Pretty quick there and rather tight.
I think that might have been a bit of a niggle there, Isaac. A bit of a niggle.
So Helen on the backhand too. Typically the wider side. Just going to need to hang on.
Good speed.
Yeah, speed was really good. It's tough to convince yourself here at Marion, Tony, that the wide hand, it's tough to convince yourself how wide to truly go sometimes.
Yes, and even more so now, the wind's gone a little bit around to the northwest, so it's bouncing off the clubhouse, so it's even pushing them down more. But you're right, it is deceptively wide. And all you can do, mate, is get your bowls back to the centre and work from there.
So Helen getting the line right that time, but unfortunately dropping the weight. Maureen just needs to add a foot or two to her first attempt. The line wasn't all bad.
It's a good shot.
Played it well. Played it very well.
Whoa, maybe just ran out. Everybody's getting caught narrow on that side.
Yeah, Judy just getting a little feather off that front blue one there. It's just held her up a touch and crashed into the white. See that little replay there. Just a tiny, tiny edge. Kept her a little bit straighter. Kylie Day not too far away.
Good attempt.
So a change of hand here.
Yeah, probably looking to turn the orange, I think. A little bit of nerve sneaking in here, I think. There's a lot of bowls that are not finding their line.
Yeah, Kylie Day in a good area again, but the weight just letting her down.
We've only got one bowl on the professional side. Oh no, there's one in the corner, sorry, there's two.
But yeah, technically that bowl was still very tight on the other hand. So
yeah, no, the conditions just starting to free up a little bit.
Show looks pretty tight here. Speed may be lacking a little bit too. So Yvonne, probably 2 shots down. Plenty of room to draw. She's going to need a latch on here. And does so for the shot. Well played.
Good shot. the temptation's probably going to be to go forehand here. Everything coming up. So in the other semi-final, the 4's, the other two singles are now complete. Wallaroo, it's a 16, Minter 7 after 13.
So Michelle staying on the backhand. Track looks better. Speed needs to cease. Yeah, very big opportunity actually, Tony, for Yvonne here. A little toucher. She could be 4, I believe.
Yes.
3 or 4 foot down the line.
He's played 2 good bowls here, whatever happens. Oh, that was
Just sliding through. That was her bowl that she did get a little rub off. So it will be just the 1 shot, which takes them to 10, trailing by 1 shot. Three ends to play. Interesting, neither team's really been overly interested in stretching it out or playing short, Tony. It's pretty much been blow for most of the game.
yeah.
Kingscote team have won 7 of this 12 ends so far. And Ross Franks
Great starter.
starting in 13 with a very, very good lawn bowl.
So at this stage, mate, we've got probably the Etzel ladies probably going through. It's pretty hard to score 9 in 2 wins when you've only scored 7, but anything could happen. And this one here, I can't pick a winner yet.
Can Ross repeat the actions of the first bowl? He's going to need a clean run.
Once again, Linda's going to have to play a biggie with her second one.
Oh no, Tony on
yeah.
camera.
Yeah, well, that's one that we don't want to see on replay. Weight was good too. A little bit of nerves sneaking in, a little bit of tension. As we all do, we forget about the basics when we get a bit nervous.
That's it. Maureen can thread the needle here. She goes close. Not quite. Another, probably their best bowl. Definitely their best bowl, I should say. Helen on the backhand. Speed is the only concern. A bowl pass, though, will help as this end progresses.
just got the jack moved again, which is good. Coming up on that forehand, which is now starting to dive with this wind. Kylie Day just going to navigate her way down through. Marion breeze is starting to take effect, mate. That one's actually probably out of bounds, yeah.
Judy's struggling with the speed, really. Well, the line probably, actually, to be fair. Speed's not too bad.
She only snuck in for second. Kylie didn't stay out on that forehand very long. She was very happy to change back onto this side, and she's played it really well. Yeah.
She probably played this side of the green actually most, to be honest, Tony. A lot of them, for most of the game, opted for the typically wider hand. Just the way the heads have maybe built, and maybe the way she plays, the tighter hand has been probably preferred slightly, I think, by Kylie. Judy on her way here, needs to sit the bowl. Missing underneath. Kingscote with 2 bowls back. I typically don't see weight unless it's absolutely necessary in these kind of events, but it could be a game-changing shot if they decide to play it.
Yeah, look, I think Michelle, her first bowl, she's probably looking for a good second if she can get it, and then maybe have a look with her last one. Certainly the Malala ladies in the box seat at the moment with this one.
So Yvonne Kelly on her way. Needs to be under that white short bowl.
Oh, looks like she's drawn another one here. Yeah, I reckon that's in. Yep. No, a bit of pressure for Michelle here. Oh, she's got good speed. Got real good speed. Oh, just a little bit of tension, mate. Just tend to overplay a little bit. Oh, and Yvonne's drawing for 4 here. This could be the game changer, mate.
Under her line on the first attempt. Just need to beat that front orange one.
Oh, she's played 2 good ones.
Played it very well.
Yep, that's in. So lots of pressure from Michelle here. Good second's going to be a good result here. Heart rate will be up a little bit here, I would have thought. Not that she shows it, she's pretty steady.
Yeah, speed looks similar, maybe a touch more. So it's going to need jack or a bowl on the way through. It's not going to get it.
That's a big end for the Yvonne Kelly shrink. And that's the first big one, isn't it? The first 4.
It is, yeah. We've had a couple of 3s. This is the first 4. The largest score for the day. Takes them to 14 shots. Up and back to play.
Yeah, that was a good time to get a number for the Malala ladies.
Interesting in a speed, actually, that from Michelle Barrett than Tony. The second one was probably a touch quicker than her first attempt. I'm be interested to know if she was trying to move the jack. She had 3 back, so it would have been a big turnaround if she could have collected.
Yeah, I just think that came from the pressure of Yvonne's second bowl, knowing that she was 4 down. It's just human nature that you get a little bit tight, a little bit heart rate up a little bit, and you just tend to overplay a little bit. So yeah, look, the best time to get a 4 is generally when you've just dropped one. So hopefully the Kingscote ladies can find their way back on this end. We're not quite getting them out there at the moment, but the speed was not bad.
So 11-14, up and back to go. The Kingscote ladies have probably played just that little bit better so far this game. But if you are watching, let us know in the comments who you think is going to win from here. Fairly loose end here so far. And 14.
Yeah, I think a combination of the green starting to quicken up and a bit of wind and a little bit of nervous tension. We're all looking for the finish line at this point. So for those people that are interested, the 2 single semi-finals are now complete, and we're just down to the last couple of ends of the 4's. Rachel Wolfenden 21-15 in the end.
That's correct, mate. And Janet Tucker also 21-12 up. So we'll be looking forward to bringing you that singles final, probably around 12:30. Between Rachel Wolfenden and Janet Tucker. A change of hands and pure overcorrection here on the forehand, leaving that bowl well short of the jack. Judy on the backhand. Probably a few shots down here. Can hang on, it might be able to backdoor it. Well, maybe enough for second shot. It's hard to say from the camera angle on where we're sitting. Kylie Day just needs a foot on her first attempt.
Yeah, she's got it out there wide enough, and just got to trust the bowl's going to come home with the breeze, and that's 2 very good bowls.
Looks like we might see a change of hand here for Judy. Looking to arrive on the forehand. Her bowl coming up. That last bowl of Kylie's to sit as well if she is either side. On the forehand, speed's definitely arriving. It's underneath the front.
Oh, what's that done?
Well, the jack's maybe gone just far enough. I thought it was going to be a lot worse. Could have been, if the jack was 2 foot short of where it's ended up, it could have been probably 5. It's hard to say exactly now. You'd have to think it'd be at least 3, maybe 4. This back light blue one may be the only one holding up any shots, but as all the players clear out, Tony, and we get a clear vision from where we are, it probably looks like it's pretty close to 5 anyway.
Yes, from where I'm sitting, it looks like 5. And the other semi-final was just completed. So the Wallaroo-Etzer combination have won 16 to 11 in a fairly tight game as well.
So Yvonne, backhand, plenty of room to draw. She's going to draw number 1, nearly.
Yeah, she's drawn.
Definitely.
That's a brilliant shot in the circumstances. It's a great shot.
Potentially 6 shots here.
Yep, she's played a crack out there.
Only if they want to stay alive, they're going to have to reduce this count, otherwise they'll shake hands. So,
yep, she's just turned the bowl over, so she changed her mind. So she's going to go forehand. Just going to arrive a little bit and try and land on those 2 bowls side by side.
speed's arriving. Yvonne just a draw to the back, but she could probably sit that purple bowl through, and it's puts the pressure back on Michelle, and if she doesn't get her, it's game over. We're going to go run for cover at the back if this stays on.
Pretty confident it will. There it is. And good on you, Michelle. Come down and have a look. So I think at this stage we've got to play a similar bowl and just try and land. Not do anything silly and flick her bowl out for a number, because as you said, Isaac, they'll be shaking hands. So. If Michelle can get second wood here, she's definitely done her job.
So you see the head behind Michelle there. That's the that's what she's looking at. Jack off centre.
Yeah, something similar to her last one. Not big weight, but enough just to give it a chance. She might get a little right off the one she's just put there.
Yeah, that's it. I think her last bowl provides a really good guide for her. She's just got to really sneak inside of that and takes a lot of pain away, but she can also just look to arrive. She's got those couple of bowls past. She's got arriving weight. Doesn't want to flick hers out and not get anything else.
Whee, that's a really bad result. That's unfortunate. She just overplayed that. Once again, a little bit of nerves. It's 5.
So it takes them to 19.
And they need an 8.
Need an 8 and we'll play an extra end. If they can hang on.
Yeah, look, I can see why she's done that, but she gets the inside edge. She's probably got a bit of luck, but she's got it flush. That's the danger of playing weight when you've only got one there. So unfortunately for the Kingscote ladies, that's 9 in 2 ends, which is really unfortunate. Still a chance, Isaac.
There is still a chance. So we, I remember last year we streamed the champion pairs, or maybe it was I think it was the pairs, or it might have been the state pairs. I can't recall actually now. But it came down to a similar finish, and in the end there was a clear winner. But there was a chance, the way that the bowls fell, with the skips crossing over, that they were potentially 6 shots down. The final 2 bowls to be played, so never say never.
Yeah, I mean the last end second last end going back towards Sturt Road, and that all came about from the jack being moved. And that one there, it was just more numbers to work with, and it's put Michelle under a fair bit of pressure the last 2 ends. So, yeah, you've dropped 9 in 2 ends, which is really unfortunate.
Not far away here for Linda if she can keep running it out. Not ideal, leaving your first 2 short. Trying to collect 8 shots.
I remember a similar situation. I played State 4 some years ago down at Murray Bridge, and I was playing the great Dennis Trelaw, and that was back in the day when you could respot it. So I got all of my guys to draw to the spot, and we were playing a minimum length then. Took Dennis 4 ends to work out what I was doing. Yeah, it nearly worked, but not quite. Try and flick the jack out of bounds and get the 8 on the last end. Yeah, good shot. Finding it hard to see 8. Hang on.
Dead ends are replayed in this event. Maureen needs a clean run. She's close.
Kingscote ladies are looking a little bit deflated now, and rightly so.
Yeah, up until those last, well, probably they've won the last 3 ends on the trot, Malala, but up until that point, you'd have to say the Kingscote 4 were probably just slightly better performed throughout.
Yeah, and as we predicted, you just get that one number, and that's turned the game, obviously. And yeah, full credit for the Malala ladies. It looks like they're gonna get through it.
You did suggest that earlier as well, Tony. I think we both spoke about it briefly, that it had been very close and very tight for a long time, and potentially towards the back end, those last few ends a number would really open the game up, and it's really been the way that this game has unfolded. Judy Bell coming in, drawing the shot.
Yeah, and you would know, Isaac, how many pennant games do you play where you just drop your concentration for one end, you drop a 4 or a 5, and that's generally what you lose the rink by at the end of the day. Yeah, if you're going to drop a number, try to do it early to give yourself a chance to get back. But generally, at the end of games, it is very deflating, and the body language of the Kingscote ladies is actually showing that.
So Judy really needs to draw another one here, but even then it's not going to be enough.
She's played 2 crackers. Really good bowls. I think I'll be shaking hands here, Isaac.
Yeah, as much as it was great to see Judy draw 2 shots there, it's really not going to be enough, and it's a tough one to commentate actually, because they don't really have too many options here.
No.
I think it's maybe just a little bit of salvaging some sort of gap reduction if they can. Although Yvonne has played pretty well in this last few ends.
Yeah, I think generally Yvonne's speed has been really good for the majority of the game. Yeah, that's a good shot.
She hasn't been afraid to reach. I think that's been really interesting to watch as well. Like, there was a few times where she was holding and her speed was probably a little bit poor in reaching. But definitely when she's been down, she hasn't been afraid just to really reach up and arrive and see what sort of happens.
Yeah, and I have coached her in the past, and that is her style, and that's gives her bowler a chance. But I just generally think of the 8 players, she's just generally played the really good speed for this green.
So the call just for Michelle to draw another one in. Salvage the score. Looks pretty close. Should count.
They've got 4 back here, I think. 5. They've got 5 back after the last 10. So really, really close game. And congratulations to both teams. And good luck to the finalists this afternoon.
That's it. Well, thank you, Tony, for joining us on this stream. That has been the Women's Country Carnival 4's semi-final. We do have another stream to come in about 30-40 minutes, which will be the singles final. Rachel Wolfenden will take on Janet Tucker. So we look forward to bringing you that stream in just a moment. So we'll join you and we'll see you all back here in 30 minutes.